Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rahak, Rash, the Wild Student Apostles, and Elder Bishop. Great Millstone taught me his truth and do well. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful, like the house of David, wherever you may be scattered throughout the four winds of the earth. This is your brother Yazariah Allah from Great Millstone Branch here in Chicago, back with another lesson, Lord's willing, to edify to the body. And sit down like to do tonight. It's going to be titled somewhat along the lines of the wickedness of a woman, all right? And we're going to start off with these videos. Let's get right into it, all right? Fair use, YouTube. Fair use. I'm only using this for educational purposes.
Night, me and my 8 kids, and a man left us at. Please tell me why I went on a date last night. Me and my 8 kids, and a man left us at the table. Okay, so I had been talking to this man for a few months now, or whatever like that. He knew I had 8 kids. So last night he wanted to take me out on a date. So he was already at the restaurant, and I was home, getting myself together. So he was like, "Where you at?" I'm at the restaurant. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm home, getting me and my kids together." He did not say anything. We get to the restaurant. He then says, "Why did you bring your kids?" So now I'm looking at him like, "Sir, why wouldn't I bring my kids? You need to get to know me and my kids, especially on our first date, So he ain't said nothing else. We ordered our food. We eating, chopping it up or whatever like that. Then he said he needs to go to the restroom. Me not thinking nothing of it. Y'all, please tell me why this man went to the restroom and never came back. Left me.
Oh my God, you can't make this shit up, bro. Wait, she said I had to call. Now she finna call the right people though, watch.
And all 8 of my kids at the restaurant. Mind you, I did not have any money. So I had to call my mother and my baby daddy so that they...
That's who you're supposed to call, the baby daddy. There you go, right there. You shouldn't even brought them kids out. It wasn't even his kids. He trying to get to learn and to get to know you. I don't know why, but you got 8 freaking kids, You need to sit down somewhere and don't even take a date. Don't even go out on no dates no more. You had enough dates already. Damn. But anyway, that's just one. But you see how my man J.I. Wisdom looked at her like, what the? But he got to be a nice guy because he do this for a living. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, going on dates constantly, man. That's just not. I ain't gonna talk. We gonna play these videos. These videos gonna do all the talking, man. And we gonna throw some scriptures in there, of course. Let the Lord speak, right? But again, fair use. I'm gonna hit this video right here. Fair use. Let me see.
Let me tell y'all what the problem.
Fair use. This is the angry man right here. Another brother to get down with this. So we calling these wicked ass women out, but listen to this garbage, man. It's more garbage, man. It's just unbelievable.
The problem is y'all be expecting men that ain't never held down shit consistently in their life to conform to you. We're talking about a man who ain't never kept a crib, who can't keep a car, who constantly changes jobs, and you want him to show up and show consistency with you.
You see, this is what I was talking about.
He finna go in on it though, but I don't feel. But I mean, just look, man. First of all, I would like to know whose hair that is, though. First you tell me that. You know what I'm saying? And we know, if it is yours, but 9 times out of 10, it ain't. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. You fronting right there, and you talking about men that are fronting. Men are more realer than women can ever get. These women are falling for the okie doke. Beguiled by the serpent. All right. And let me grab this. I got it up there. I don't know why I didn't hit it, but this Ecclesiastic Cusso Sirach 25:13 reads, "Give me any plague, but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman." All right, woman bringing 8 kids on a dinner date. That's enough to give a man a heart attack right there. And then she's sitting up here talking about just, women just go in on men. And we know there's bad men out here, a lot of them, just like there's a lot of bad women out here. All right. The majority of our men and women are bad. We understand that. But women are the problem because they're sticking straight to Satan. All right. They're sticking. They know this man is our enemy and they believe wholeheartedly in it. All right. So, and they know that he's been undermined, and they talk about him and, ridicule him and all this stuff, and they know how the man was taken down, how this damn devil is taking the so-called black man down or the Israelite man down. But anyway, let's listen to more videos, man. It's more of this nonsense that we can prove it, and it ain't just starting now. It's been started, you know. Again, fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. All right. Now I'm gonna let you listen to an older, more mature woman. Right? Got it all. Right? 80-year-old. You see it. 80-year-old woman still dating exposed. Kevin Samuel was right. You know, watch this. Again, fair use.
Hungaroo is the easiest way to eat healthy. Hungaroo is kind of like having your own personal shopper.
Long.
Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. Only using this for educational purposes. Fair use, fair use.
And really got to know myself. I feel that I have to thank every man that left me. I would have never been alone this long. and really got to know myself. I feel that as young women, we're devoting ourselves to this programming of love. And the truth is, you gotta love everything, not the poor guy that you're.
Wow, that the poor guy that you're poking. I mean, that's hope you ain't not like Alizé, but but he's poking you. The poor guy that's porking you is thinking he's doing something. You moaning and groaning, putting on the show while you ain't you waiting actually for the next date. And this is why you're in the situation that you're in. And then the young lady is sitting down there going in on her. She goes in on these young and old hyenas that just keep going. You know, this is the message that is sent to our younger women. All right, it's a lot of older women like this, man, messed up in the head. All right, a lot of them. That women's lib stuff tore them up, man. This thing right here. She probably never had a dress on in her life. Wearing pants all the time, and the only time she wanted to dress up, wore the dress, and you know why she wore that dress. You know, it wasn't for modest apparel either. You know, but anyway, and she has a, you know what? She has a. It's a couple more on here that are really nice videos, but her video is long. You know, I'm not gonna play all this video, but I did listen to all this. It's a nice little video because it's a nice compilation, compiled of a few videos with ladies. I just you can't call them ladies. You can't. You know, just hyenas are just, you know, just, I mean, have no understanding about what they're doing, man. 80-year-old woman still dating exposed. Kevin Samuel was right. This Chantelli Simon, yeah, man. Look at this video. It's pretty interesting, pretty nice, right? But let's listen to a little bit more.
Decided to hook up with.
A hookup artist.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people.
You're talking about 80 years old. Just think about it. 80 years. You see? This stuff happened a long time ago, and this is why it's running rampant right now.
You cannot make this shit up.
When she said, as young woman, in her head, she's still young. But shout out to Kevin Samuels because she's proven him right. Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. That lack of accountability. I have to thank every guy who left me because I wouldn't be alone this long. As if it's a good thing. Take accountability and identify why all those men left you. She probably hard to, well, she obviously hard to deal with. The amount of lack of accountability she has is beyond me, y'all. Is beyond me. And talking about as young women, we shouldn't settle down with one. Love, we should give all the love. So you mean for tell me that you can't love everything else and a man at the same time? How incapable of multitasking are you? But again, young ladies, hear me out. If you don't want to get to this age, I'll put her at around 86. Let's be generous and say 86. She probably way younger than that, and life, her lack of accountability took a toll on her. But let's just say she's in her 80s. If you don't want this to be you, change your narrative. Start looking within. This is an example of someone who never looked within, never stopped to say, why is it that I can't keep a man? It can't be all these men are just trash. What is it about me? Why? Even if 99.999% of men are trash, I claim I'm a good woman. I claim that I'm finding myself. I claim that I am a queen and a goddess. So why can't I find the 0.1%? You notice that? Every woman claim that they're a good woman. And if water seeps at its own level and like attracts like, if you're such a good woman, why you can't attract a good man? And why you don't look in the mirror and ask yourself, what is it about me why I can't attract a good man? But no, they just want to come on and paint, no matter how old they are, they will come on and paint the narrative that men are the problem and they're just this perfect woman, sugar and spice and everything nice. Like, stop.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh, what happened?
Hot take, but I am a single 40-year-old woman. I have not been on a date in almost a year, and the longer I go without going on a date, the less I want to go on a date. My fellow older single women, we're talking 40 plus. Let me know if I'm alone here. Because something about being older and being so comfortable with yourself and your own company and valuing your peace so much, I feel like I would just have to be so interested in someone to even entertain the idea of disrupting that. Let me know if I'm alone here, because I don't think I am.
Well, duh. Hopefully, you're very interested in someone that you're dating to make.
Well, just got more and more women going on there with that though. We're gonna read some of this first Timothy 5 fifth chapter, right? Oh, excuse me. But we're gonna start at this verse 5, 1 Timothy 5 and 5. It reads, now she that is a widow indeed and desolate trusteth in the Most High God and continue in supplication and prayer night and day, right? Night and day. But does she do that? Nah, she ain't gonna do that. And I'd like to have that picture up there, right there. Does she do that? Hell no, she ain't doing that, man. All right. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she live. While she liveth. And that's why she said, I'm glad that all the men that left me, left me, because she's delusional. She's living in pleasure. She's just keep going on with this wickedness. All right. It says, and these things give in charge, right, that they may be blameless, right? No way she's gonna be blameless, right? She's guilty at all, at all accounts, on all accounts, right? All right, charged with 100 things. You're guilty in all of them, All right, all right. Let me jump down. Well, you know what? Let me read here. Verse 8 it reads, "But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those in his own house, he has denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. Let not a widow be taken into the number under 80 old, having been the wife of one man." All right, she fails at all of these. Right, it says, "Well reported for good works, if she have brought up children, if she has lodged, if she's lodged strangers, if she's brought up children, lodged strangers, you can imagine if she lodged strangers. But if she brought up children, she brought them up in this wicked ass form of fashion that she has embedded in her head. If she has washed the saints' feet, if she has relieved the afflicted, if she have diligently followed every good work." They're not doing it. For the younger widows, but the younger widows refuse. For when they have begun to wax wanton against Mashiach, they will marry. Right? Having, I'm just trying to get down to 14. It says, "Having damnation because they have cast off their faith." You see, and this just goes into what this all faith is gone. She may have been hurt or whatever, but she makes the wrong decisions. All right, every time, because they lean into their own understanding. All right, a woman ain't supposed to be out there choosing a man anyway. It says, "And withal, they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house." You see, and not only idle, but tattlers also, and busybodies, right? On TikTok, on these so flat platforms, going about telling your business, right? Speaking things which they ought not. You see, a woman is not supposed to be gadding abroad, like the scriptures tells you. It says, "I will therefore that the younger woman marry, bear children, guide the house." This is what she should have done. All right, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, right? But hey, for some are already turned aside after Satan, and this is where she's headed, right? This is where she's headed, right? But anyway, and that's enough on that though. Let me grab this other another video. I want to grab these two guys right here that were bamboozled big time by this kind of women, 80-year-olds, just out there, did the damage. This one right here did the damage younger. They both their wives did them wrong, and just like this thing right here, did no telling what kind of damage she did though. She ain't gonna tell it. She gonna take it to a grave, all right? But let's listen up. Fair use.
Mr. Willis, what brings you in the courtroom today?
I have been wondering for a long time about whether these children, we have 3 children, whether they're mine or not, they're all so ugly and they don't look like me. I'm a real handsome dude and these kids look like they come right off the street.
We've been together for over 50 years.
One time I came home and I pulled in the front driveway and I saw this car down the street take off because somebody came out the back door.
It was the repairman. I told you the washing machine was broken. The results reads as follow. First child, Mr. Willis, you are not the father.
That's what I figured.
That's wrong. Second child, Mr. Willis, you are not the father. You are reading someone else's file. This can't be true.
I have a mailman and a plumber.
Child 3, you are not the father. Oh, honey, I love you.
Oh shit, boy! I tell you, boy, you talking about a hypocrite, a freaking actor. Honey, I love you. Oh my God! Wow! You wasn't loving him when you was bringing all those 3 bastards. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Ecclesiasticus 25:19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. It meant all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman, man. All right. What is she, 100? You see what I'm saying? I mean, you can't make this shit up, man. All right. Here's another one right here. This poor dude. So, anyway, fair use, YouTube.
Living with opioid addiction can be a struggle. Supplicate with Counseling's for adults with moderate to severe opioid.
Damn deadbeats. I'm still supporting the little boogers.
Start over.
I have been married for 51 years. Got 2 sons, 42 and 40. Damn deadbeats. I'm still supporting the little boogers. Needed to take a test to see if any of us had a kidney good enough for my brother. Found out something interesting. They ain't my kids. There's somebody else's. Of course, the only good thing is, I know it's not my fault that those 2 idiots got dumped into this world. Hell, I thought they took after their mother. Instead, they take after the plumber or the postman or the milkman, or, yeah, they were milkmen back when they came around. I mean, God only knows. It sure gets old. I do wish I knew who the real fathers were. And they ain't the same. She was bopping a couple of different guys. But if I could figure out who they were, I've been practicing law long enough that I pretty well figure I could sue their ass and get all my money back that I sunk into those 2 deadbeats. It just chaps my ass that she couldn't tell me I'd probably forgiven her. Maybe not. You know how it is. Hell, boys, y'all need to go get your own paternity test. You can't tell by looking who's the daddy unless you're looking down at the genetic level. I've been in court thousands of times in paternity suits, and 4 out of 5 times, guy says he ain't the daddy, he's right. And the genetic test is the only way to prove it for sure. These women are hopping everything that looks fun. You thought you liked sex. You ain't nothing. Well, I guess that pretty well completes that story. I'll go home, start drafting up some divorce papers, see if I can't get free of that crazy bitch. I mean, I stayed with her for the sake of the children and the grandchildren, now the great-grandchildren. But they ain't no kin of mine. Fuck 'em.
If I wanted hair hanging down my back like the ancestors blessed it personally, I would use castor oil.
This is going on like that. Wow. Anyway, this again, but bring out the scripture, Ecclesiasticus 23 and start at 22. It reads, thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband and bringeth in an heir by another. You see, and this is what these last two videos, these older women, all right? And like I said, the first one with the older so-called black woman, she, wouldn't say she ain't gonna say what she did, and Lord knows what she did though, what she has done, the reason why these men just don't leave women just because no, they don't do that, If you're a good woman, a man is not letting a good woman go, point blank period, no ifs, ands, and buts about it, or maybes, And then some men will just hang in there because, like you see, he said, for the kids, some men will just hang in there because they don't really want to deal with the hassle. Say, hey, I'm comfortable and this is going this way. I got me a couch, I got me a bed. You know what I'm saying? Men are simple, and we'll go along with the bullshit, But again, Ecclesiasticus 23 and 22 reads, thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband and bringeth in an heir by another. You see, for first she has destroyed the law of the Most High. For first she has disobeyed the law of the Most High. You see, and secondly she has trespassed against her own husband, and thirdly she has played the whore in adultery and brought children by another man. You see, and that these are sins that are unto death. You see, it says she shall be brought out into the congregation, and inquisition shall be made of her children. Her children shall not take root, and her branches shall bring forth no fruit. You see, and King David brought a child through from what was her name? God dog it, Bathsheba, and the Lord killed that baby, man. All right, because that was done in wickedness and unrighteousness, right? It says she shall leave her memory. It says her children shall not. Verse 25. Her children shall not take root. Her branches shall bring forth no fruit. It says she shall leave her memory to be cursed, and her reproach shall not be blotted out. You see, that's going to be in remembrance, man. It says, and they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord, and that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord. You see, and this is what we have this taste in our mouth, of these words from the scriptures, man. There is nothing better been trying to tell you people out there, there's nothing better than the taste of this word, man. Nothing can compare to it. Right? All right. It says it is great glory to follow the Lord and to be received of him is long life. You see. But anyway, let me see. Was there another one I wanted to show? I think that was basically it. Yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. You know, this one right here. This one's a real trip, but this one is a real trip right here. But I hit that one about 10 videos ago, so I'm not gonna hit it again. It says women are evil to good men. You know, man, isn't it true, man? These two guys right here probably were good as hell to these women, man, and they just dogged them out. You know, no telling what she did though. But anyway, with that, Lord knows I said enough. Lord's will was edifying to the body, like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Rechak Radash, Kwame Sharala, and a ball to this freaking place.